Welcome back, everyone, to Homebrew RP's The World of Cairn. I'm your host this evening, Church Warden. Host. I'm just going to antagonize people on a live stream, really. But that's
the host's
name.
Traditional job.
It is true. It is true. If you've ever seen a telethon, you know that all too well. I'm probably dating myself by even using that term, though. I don't think they do telethons anymore.
I haven't seen one in a while, but the moment you say the word, a very specific suit and tie come to mind. It is not a pretty picture.
Yeah, very much. So,
would Red Nose Days count?
Oh,
that's
yes.
Similar.
Well, yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's a little, not quite a telethon, but same premise. But I digress. I digress.
We do charity Twitch marathons now. Thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. So, for those of you who have been following, you already know what's going on, but we're going to recap anyway, just in case the recent 5,000 people that just joined us want to catch up, because, you know, Twitch millions, right?
But which?
So, when we last left off, the intrepid crew of the Orti had found an isolated pocket beneath the void-drenched waters of Nether's Deep. Inside was a small pastoral scene, a large split of the spirit tree, a clipping, if you will, had been grown there, and a small family of elves had taken up residence there, I guess, to guard it, maybe not. It did turn out that the elves had more sinister plans and tried to drug and trick our party members, but they were having none of that. They came out swords swinging, and in Uki's case, guns blazing, and defeated them quite well. It was an impressive sight. I believe one of them is still alive, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure we killed them all, because Saoirse asked listener if she could, or if a listener could contact the spirits of these elves, but there were none, because
right.
she wanted to talk to one to see what was going on, but no.
That's right. Well, yeah.
They were all dead.
Well, as we discovered, the tree was hungry. That's why there were no spirits.
There's a little something going on with this tree. Listeners having issues with it at the moment.
Yeah. Listener almost got devoured by it.
Yeah, Kaz just wants to set fire to the thing.
Understandably. In a nutshell, that's pretty much it. Where we left off. Am I missing anything pertinent here?
Nothing super important. Genesis had all of her trauma taken and then returned suddenly as a form of attack.
Yeah.
That must have been fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry again for that. I know that was exceedingly cruel, but it is World of Cairn.
I'm quite a pincushion at the moment.
That's right.
There's a few holes in Wilhelm.
Wilhelm got wrecked pretty hard, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
The strangest day of listener's life continues.
Poor listener. Poor listener. So, it's about to get stranger. So you're standing there, you've just come to the realization that the tree itself is more or less the reason why there are no souls from the bodies of the fallen elves. God rest their now non-existent souls, Marilyn, Daegeth, and Vuerlith, and Victoria. So, what are you doing? We'll just pick up right there. Anything in particular?
Let's see. Genesis had just hauled all the corpses into the vicinity of the tree for Reasons mysterious to listener, at least.
Yeah, for Genesis reasons.
For Genesis.
She is a strong and independent woman. She does what she wants.
This is one of those moments where listener wants to ping the collective,
Yeah.
and he just can't anymore, and that's a little sad.
Yeah.
But
Rip.
I will just ask for him to make perhaps an insight check on his own.
Of course. What are you trying to figure?
The tree has conducted a kind of psychic assault already on several members of the party, in addition to the physical one with the little fungal connections.
Yes.
How sentient is it on the basis of the psychic assault? Is it doing so instinctively on a more plant-like basis, or is it a bit more like the collective intelligence of the Ogham?
So is this malicious intent or just base
Does
survival?
it have malice, exactly? Is it malice, or is it a Venus flytrap for souls?
Well, yeah, go for it. We'll let you have your insight roll based upon your encounter with it, especially.
Okay.
Wow.
Turns out I didn't need that advantage.
How
I never
about that?
needed that advantage.
How about that? And I've had to make some overlay changes here to fit everybody, but let everybody see that lovely bean footage there real quick. As you can see, that's a lovely 23, ladies and gentlemen. Golf clap, golf clap.
He has special insight into plant-based intelligences.
Very much. This was... I won't say it was strictly one or the other.
Mhm.
It was indeed a survival instinct. The tree needs to feed. It cannot get sunlight. It cannot get nutrients it would normally get. It has evolved over the last century in a way that has allowed it to take what it needs on a spiritual level from living beings. But it is entirely aware of what it's doing and does not have any emotion about it whatsoever. You are food. And it's very angry that its food has opted to not feed the tree.
Oh, no.
Quick question. Is listener's little sunstone still working?
Oh, yeah, that is a good question.
Are you talking about the phosphor stone?
No, Dagoth gave him a second stone, one that appeared to be putting off actual nutritional sunlight, as far as
yeah.
listener could tell at the time.
No, that's still functional.
Oh, good.
That's still functional. You haven't lost that.
Had to double check, especially with the mean thing that was done to Genesis.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you too much about the elves because I don't want to metagame too much there, right? So, in a nutshell here, this thing is just aching at the roots to get at you. You can feel it. You especially, like, you can see like the spectral energy of the faces and hands like reaching in and out of the tree. You can just see them kind of shift, almost like tendrils and arms starting to reach out towards the party.
Oh, no. We're making listener contend with more moral dilemmas. Come on now. He's barely even alive. He just started today.
You say it's your birthday.
It's his first day on the job of being a thinking individual creature. Come on.
This is true. This is true.
Leave him some time to contemplate that. Let people do stuff. I'm gonna have to think on how he reacts to that.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Yuki will be just checking over herself and her weapons to see if she has had any damage. She needs a little healing or not, or needs to kind of clean her pistol because it's probably gotten a bit hot. Might need a little
I think
a bit of gunpowder.
I think she has a full round of reloads. I think she actually expended a charge from every weapon.
And she has one jammed, actually.
Oh yeah, you did jam one.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna fix that then. I'm gonna get that cleaned up a bit, especially yeah.
Yeah, no
So we've
worries.
got on each
Kaz,
side.
yeah, Kaz's going to assist just to, well, assist kind of just watching her do how to do it, you know.
Yeah, Cass, why don't you come over here and watch me? You know, this is I was. This is the most critical part of using firearms, and that is taking good care of them and making sure they're always at the ready. And part of it is you never know when something could happen again. So let's see if we can get this fixed. Take it apart, see what's going on with the firing pin, and see why it jammed.
Righto.
All right, so I'm gonna let you take your time. We won't need to do any rolls or anything, unless you want to roll for Kaz's learning ability, since you're trying to teach him. And we can just do that real quick.
It was it just an intelligence check?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh dear.
Because she's. Yeah, the moment she starts the moment she starts field stripping that thing, you just kind of phase out.
Can I do kind of a little bit of a can I do something that's like inspiration for him, or like inspiration so that it's helping him to learn this, kind of like help like a help type thing?
A teaching check.
Yeah, like a teaching check.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I'll allow it.
Okay.
We're gonna do a charisma check for you.
Okay.
Can I assist? Because I am also very familiar with.
I would allow you to, but at this moment, with the injuries present, is that what Wilhelm's doing?
As far as I know, the only one I'm injured is myself.
Yeah,
and
that's a concern.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've treated myself once. I've moved on.
Okay.
I think Emily and Simon right now are probably just a little battle worn, so the knowledge transfer's not going so hot.
But that's okay, and it makes sense
Oh,
after the adrenaline and everything of what you just went through. Like Uki's probably, hey, watch this, and then just like military style, like record time, field strips this thing, cleans it, and puts it back together. It's like, did you get that?
Exactly.
So that entirely makes sense, given the situation. Wilhelm, I'm going to say that you're next time, especially back on the Orti, when she starts teaching Gaz again, you can definitely assist, because you'll have more time. Right now, things are still a little tense, still a little up in the air. And I'm going to give. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before we make it back to listener?
Do you need us to stall?
Who?
No, I can play whenever. I just wanted to have a moment to consider.
I mean, I think Saoirse wants to go back in the house to search for any supplies that we can take back on the Orti, but I mean, we can do that after listener.
That's a good call.
It's your call.
If you want.
Oh no, feel free to do it now.
Yeah, it's definitely your call. That's no problem. You want to make your way back to the manor house? The little cottage is probably a better term, if we're being honest. It's not exactly a manor house.
Yeah, sure. Saoirse is going to ask Genesis if she wants to come with to like help her dig through everything.
All right, Slaughter will go with you too.
Yeah.
No.
No? Genesis is up to something?
No.
No? Genesis is just depressed. Is Genesis
Saoirse-
okay?
Saoirse will just
No.
nod her head and go back into the house and start looking then.
All right. Well,
Like she's-
Slaughter will still go with you. She'll help you search.
Yeah.
All right. Genesis, what are you doing? Anything?
No.
No? Okay.
You are doing. No.
Yeah.
No.
She's still reeling from the hit she took, huh? I take it.
I'm trying to use as few words as possible to describe this, but like from an outside perspective, you're not sure what's going on over there. Like the 1,000-yard stare of somebody who's just seen too much death, reliving it over and over constantly in their heads.
All right, yeah. So she's the shell-shocked PTSD look right now.
It never ends. That's the thing. It doesn't stop.
Yeah. No, that's well, that's accurate given what you've been through. So, certainly um, understandable. Wilhelm, you haven't broken into psychological care yet with your class, have you?
I've got the basics. For instance, I've got um, psychotropics,
Yeah.
which are used for helping.
So yeah, you could affect some beneficial change if she allows it, just so you know. But anyway, before we go too crazy there,
Mhm.
so Slaughter and Saoirse make their way back to the manor house. Listener is contemplating. Kaz and Uki are field stripping and cleaning a weapon. Wilhelm's kind of like plugging holes in his chest, and
Well, if I've noticed that Genesis seems to be bothered, I'd like to see if I can assist with that.
I'd say it's pretty obvious. Because Genesis is normally pretty upbeat. Even if it's angry upbeat, she's usually pretty upbeat. Unless Genesis, would you prefer I make him roll an insight check? It's up to you. Your character.
Would I be allowed to set the DC at 15?
I'm completely alright with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you definitely pick up on. I won't say you know exactly what's going on, but you know enough to say that there is some emotional trauma that she's suffering right now, on a very serious scale.
Genesis? I move close so that it's physical proximity also, so nothing I say really will carry.
Hmm.
I'm trying to make sure that this is a private conversation if best possible.
Sure. Sure. Party's pretty respectful.
Are you okay?
No.
Would you like to talk about this? Would you like to step away? I'm not gonna push. If you want to talk, you know where to find me, and I might have something to help you if you would like it.
Nothing helps me. Nothing helps.
I understand it can feel like that. I understand that it can feel like everything is beyond, but I can offer you me being here, and I have something that might take the edge off, but I understand if you don't want it.
Do you even know what you would try to take the edge off of?
I can see you are something in your mind is hurting you. I can see that it seems to be that your mind is turned against you. But no, I don't know the exact details. I don't know the extent.
And could you please let me pack it into a ball so I can keep going?
Is Uki close enough to hear this?
I'd say no. He intentionally.
Several statements were
Yeah,
made,
no,
but
he
they were
intentionally.
taken extra care.
Yeah, he intentionally decided to keep it quiet.
Okay. I will say, Uki is observing this just quietly. And not going to say anything this time. But will most likely be wanting to have a conversation later. Because she recognizes the trauma of violence and the trauma of fighting and such, and you know, she herself may appear quite solid and whatever. I wouldn't say relentless, but as if there's not a care. But a lot of this has to do with what she has seen as a veteran of military engagements and wars and stuff. So, but she also understands that is, you have to be careful with so.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
that's fine. And even I think Wilhelm at this moment would probably recognize that back on the Orti would probably be the best place to pursue this. And something at least semi-comfortable, familiar environment. You know what I mean?
So Uki,
Definitely.
Sorry.
I just want to make an observation. I just want to say, I don't know if this is quite the safest place for us. If there may be other things we may encounter, but perhaps it's best we try to bug out soon. Let's see what we can get that's of use for us. And
oh yeah, and here I'm going to show this because I don't think Uki got a chance to see it, or at least Snacks, you didn't get a chance. So show you where you're at, the bubble.
oh, yeah, I think we were in that one. At the end of the last.
Oh, okay.
Session,
I just want to make sure you got to see. So, real quick, so you guys are kind of Wilhelm and Genesis are kind of having this very soft conversation. Uki offers her support as she finishes, cleaning the gun with Kaz. Saoirse and Slaughter are in the house. You manage to fill a small sack filled with semi-perishable goods, breads, meats, and like dried meats and cheeses. You're kind of wondering where they got the meats from at this point, though. Cheeses as well. It's a little strange that you're finding these types of foods here. I'm pointing that out intentionally. But as you reach the point where you've kind of gone through the larder, which I imagine would probably be your first stop.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, as you're doing this, there's a shudder that just kind of shakes through everything. You guys outside feel this as well. Like the ground shakes for a moment. And, listener, you see the spirits in the tree just kind of lunge forward a second and then pull back, and they're straining against whatever is binding them to the tree to get at you guys even harder now.
Okay then, so we're going to move beyond, if you will, the philosophical internal conflict of plants, which I know this is something we spend a lot of time on regardless. He has just barely started living. It'd be such a pity to die here.
Fair point.
Listener rises from his knees. Who's still out here on the lawn with him?
Everybody but Slatra and Sersha.
Everybody gets a quick ping. The tree and the spirits within it still seek us. We must flee.
Got any oil?
They may have. And he gestures at the cabin.
So as you do this, there's another shudder, a little more violent this time.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody make a dex check, except for Sersha and Slatra, because you're inside. Dex save, sorry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's about average.
Oh, wrong computer. Wrong mouse. Wrong computer.
What is?
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
That's me talking about myself.
It's all good.
Okay. You said dexterity?
Yeah, dex save.
Oh, dexterity. Is that below that? I'm sorry, I've been playing too much Lysander.
That's all right.
Just dexterity, right? And that'll do. Yeah.
That's fine.
Saving throw. There we go, right there. I was on the wrong spot.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
There we go.
Is that everybody? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Simon did great.
So yeah. So listener, Genesis, and Uke, as this more violent shudder ripples through, the outer shell of the bubble, you can see it just kind of weaken for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And little bits of spray come through. Each of you just take a point of stinging damage as the blighted water hits your exposed flesh. It's kind of like standing too close to a fire is what it feels like when the sparks blow at you.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you can see the spirits in the tree like straining. You can almost physically see the tree kind of bending.
Mm-hmm. Again, to all visible, the elves may have anchored this place. Quickly, get Saoirse and Slatra from within. And he starts making his very slow way over to the suits.
Okay.
I'll start walking there too, passing him on the way, but not commenting on how much faster I am than him.
That's all good.
Yeah, Uki's also going to start heading for the suits, but before she goes to put her suit on, she's going to say, everyone, make sure you double check your suit to make sure there was any damage that may have happened, an errant bullet or other arrow that could have nicked it. So.
Make sure the elves didn't slash them apart while you weren't looking.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm not even that mean.
I will run for the cabin to try to get them.
All right.
Well, Kaz was actually also going to run to the cabin using his newfound speed.
Kaz is going to beat you there by a mile, Wilhelm. This little dwarf is moving.
I'm still I've still got the speed boost.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys are both trucking. Saoirse, how are you reacting? Okay, Genesis, that's fine.
She's sort of panicking a little more. I think she's going to have like a quick look around for like any more items, like maybe if there's a magic item of interest that she could like, snatch up real quick, but otherwise, like, she's going to like try and make it for the, book it towards outside too.
All right. You're a little panicked, like you said, and like that last shutter actually like knocked things off shelves and stuff in the house. Give me a disadvantaged perception check. We'll see if you find anything actually like stands out, worth taking your time to grab on the way out.
2 nat 20s. Come on, 2 nat 20s.
You guys have a reroll, by the way. Thank you, Genko.
Ooh, might be worth using it.
It's up
An
to you.
18.
14's above average for disadvantaged rolls.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, but you get to keep one of the re-roll especially, so you get to choose either the 14 or possibly a better one. I mean, obviously you can't keep the 18, but you might beat it.
Well, you are about to go back into the suits and into the water too, so
That is also true.
just to point that out.
Things can go
Yeah.
so much more wrong than missing out on loot.
I'll keep that 14.
Okay. In that case, you do find the dropped stiletto.
No.
Yeah, that one that I kicked underneath the floor. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that.
Okay. I mean, it's not like the last stiletto you guys found.
Seriously, ain't about that life.
See, now that would be cruel. It found its way here.
Chris, you cracking me up. All right, so as you get to the door, you and Slatra, Kaz and Wilhelm just kind of bust in like, full
Come on,
on
let's go.
panic mode. Run, 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 go, go, go. And you guys all make a mad dash for the suits.
Oh yeah.
All right, so everybody's
Mhm.
kind of gathering at the suits.
Hmm.
Let's get some survival rolls. Let's put these suits on.
Yeah.
This should be interesting.
No problem.
Kaz, very good, very good.
As solid as a
Saoirse.
rock every time.
Saoirse, calm in the
Excellent.
storm. Oh, look at that, Uki rocking it. Genesis,
Nice, nat 20.
Beautiful.
Genesis, just like she's done it her whole life.
oh yeah, listener, still good, still good.
He's trying out.
Wilhelm,
Holy hell, we're all rolling like gods.
so
Lives on the line here.
did you guys find out a way to cheat?
See, now I understand that question, but the
I know
only
that was-
explanation apart from our incredible luck is somebody at Roll20's watching the stream. That's the only other way.
All right, and that's Slaughter's roll I just made there. Oh, look, you're good. You don't need to.
Out here demonstrating that the RNG is only in our favor when it counts.
So yeah, you guys get your
Welcome
suits
to the
on.
game, Chris. You die to the water.
You guys get your suits on. The tree is bending physically now. Everyone can see it. It's a huge tree if you remember the picture. As it does so, you can see it start to drag across the surface tension of the bubble, and it begins to breach, and tainted water begins to just start to flow in. The tree itself begins to recoil from it, and it's like it's almost gone just feral if a tree can do that at this point. Like, it's so angry and so filled with hunger and rage and panic. Like, Genesis, you can feel it, and listener, you can see it, that this thing is just a nuclear explosion waiting to happen. Of like psychic energy.
Listener thinks to himself, if that thing survives the blight waters, this is going to be the most dangerous creature on Cairne.
So you guys step through the bubble, start heading back to the Orti.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Quick
Yeah.
as I can.
All right. So we're coming up through the moon pool.
Mhm.
So get everybody kind of over here. There's Genesis. All right. Oh, sorry. Everybody's moving themselves too. My bad. We'll get this out of the way too for dice chat for a moment, so you guys can see that lovely footage. So no problems getting back. You guys made really good survivor rolls. Your suits were on properly. No leaks. No damage. You managed to make your way up, back through the pool, into the ship. Who came up first? Would you say?
Probably Kaz.
All right.
I understand we have 2 speedy boys.
Yeah, I think Kaz is actually the quicker of the two.
I would have waited till the end and made sure listener was safe on.
Yeah, that makes sense too. So, Kaz, as you breach the pool, I need you to give me a perception check.
Okay.
That was perfect. Okay.
No problem.
And
The splashing.
oh, I have a message coming.
Oh.
To perceive alcohol and neglect. Yes. I'm writing secret messages. Hang on. Secret messages. I think back in the day we used to call those DM love notes. Oh, that was really close.
Oh no.
So, very faint. It could have been a smudge on the surface of your visor. It could have not been. But over in this area, Kaz,
Mm-hmm.
as you breach the pool, you swear you saw movement. Like just briefly, like a shadow flittering across the perception, like your edge of vision.
Mm.
But you being a desolation strider is enough to get your attention.
Yeah, beneficial paranoia and true sense.
Yeah. Well, even Jeff is kind of looking around, like, what was that?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep that to my. Oh, actually, you know what? Jeff has blind sight 60 foot.
Yeah.
Jeff's what you call a specialist.
Although
Oh.
Jeff's blind sight is a little messed up on the Orti, especially down here in the engine room.
Oh yeah,
The whole place is vibrating.
that's true. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep that to myself temporarily.
But yeah, everybody comes up out of the pool. No problems.
Yeah, I'll have Jeff guard my back while I'm helping pull everyone up.
All right.
But yeah.
So I would
But then-
like, as everyone comes in,
Mhm.
to give me passive perception checks, please. I'm gonna let you roll your own because you're doing lucky tonight, and it would be nice.
Do you want just our passive perception, or do you want us to roll a check?
Go ahead and roll your passive perception if you would.
Oh.
Well, passive perception isn't a roll.
Yeah, it's the unrolled
Yeah,
version.
how?
Like passive perception is just like mine's a 15, so
It doesn't.
I'm
It
a
doesn't
man.
click.
just roll
Take a card.
just roll
with
your
your passive
d20.
perception.
Just roll your
on it
d20.
and then drop it on the table.
This saves me from having to go in and roll them for you. Basically, I'm being lazy.
I don't know how to roll that.
Ooh, 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 ookie. Oh, ookie.
Okay, it's not terrible. Okay.
Ookie's bringing up the rear because she's making sure that everybody kind of gets up safely in and
Mhm.
something's down. So she's dead last. So her perception's at a 6. She's too busy watching people going in to see anything else going on.
Well, you guys did just
Well-
come up out of the pool. You're pulling your suits off. It's fine. It's fine.
That is true. So, do once listeners up, does everyone have an ability to mentally connect, or is it one way?
You can reach out to me, kind
Yeah.
of.
I will
I'll
say only one of you made that roll. So,
Yeah.
and Saoirse, as you take your helmet off, you have this. It's really faint, really faint. In fact, you're not even really sure what it is you're hearing, but it's this extremely faint, like distant hissing noise.
and it's on the ORT. Can I make anything else out about the hissing noise?
Just a hissing noise. You know, kind of like if you have a pinprick in a balloon and you put it up next to your ear.
Any direction?
That's a little harder to say. It's definitely down here on this floor.
Okay.
Or this deck, I should say. Use proper terms.
Yeah, Saoirse is, as she takes off her helmet, like her eyes look inquisitive and big, like, you know, just a little bigger than normal. She's kind of looking around and with like a really curious look on her face for a second, and then she says, I think I heard a mysterious hissing noise of some sort.
As upon hearing that, I said, "Well, not that I'm 100% sure, but when I came up, I'm pretty sure I saw something move, but not. I don't know. Something's not right. But hissing noise could be bad. Let's go and hunt that down. I'm gonna actually head to where I thought I saw the movements and see if I can also hear the hissing coming from that direction.
Alright. Go ahead and move your token.
Yeah.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything?
I think Saoirse will follow along behind Gaz.
Okay.
Disrobing.
Yeah.
Still
After she
absolutely covered in
disrobes.
blight
Yeah.
water right now.
Yeah, the big puddles on the floor over there. Everybody be careful. Alright.
I'm gonna go feed my fish.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I'll let
Make
you
sure
move.
the animals have food.
Make sure you move your token to where you need to go. So we have placements for when the tainted mind flayers could show up.
Excuse.
Listener, having been in communion with the engineer, I guess, should know at least a little bit about the vessel generally. Hissing should bother him because that could be a leak.
Yeah.
Let's say he goes around and he checks all the portholes.
Okay. That's fine. So listen.
Uki's going.
Go ahead.
Uki's going to check on. Do we have any? Is there? Uki's going to go up and check on the weapons on the the cannons to make sure that just to make sure that no one's, perhaps, including the elves, might have gotten on here and tampered with anything
Sure.
of the as far as the weapons. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Uki's checking the cannons. Genesis, you doing anything or?
No.
No? Okay, that's perfectly all right. So let's see. Well, Kaz, you moved first. We'll start with you. Um, Give me and what are you doing first? We'll decide your roles based on exactly what you're doing.
Okay. My thing is trying to pinpoint the hissing sound.
Okay.
But also I'm getting Jeff to come a little bit closer and maybe just block the stairs a little bit, and hopefully use his blind sense if necessary a little bit,
All
even
right.
though it's slightly messed up.
So give me an investigation roll then.
Yeah. Not my best one.
Mm, it's a large navigational device of some sort. Your character really has a hard time making sense of it. It is dwarven make. You can appreciate the beautiful craftsmanship, and it moves, rotates around as the Orti does. Obviously, some type of directional capability, maybe a compass or something. But beyond that, like you don't see any valves or tubes or hoses or holes or anything.
All right. Well, I'll have Jeff stay where he is, and the only other thing that I could think would be making a hissing sound would be these 4 tube things over here.
So the air tanks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, let's see. Saoirse, what about you? What you think you were next?
All right. I mean, I was just following behind Kaz's lead to see if she could, see anything too. So she's just kind of following along behind.
Do you want to make an investigation where he was, or just keep following him?
I'll make an investigation, see if maybe I see anything that he didn't. But yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Go for it. Okay. Um, Saoirse, you don't see anything that could be making the hissing noise, but you see what might be a weird, maybe a porthole or a hinge of some sort in the compass. It looks like there's maybe a maintenance hatch or something.
I'm gonna walk over to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the like porthole for the maintenance hinge. Maybe, lit that up, see if I see anything.
Okay. You're kind of trying to find. It's not an obvious handle on it. It's pretty smooth, dwarves. God, dwarves. So you're trying to figure out a way to open this thing right now. We'll let you do another investigation. We'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I can't make heads or tails of this thing, I call over to Kaz.
Okay.
Oh. Looks like a porthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed this. It's like a maintenance porthole or something, and I can't figure out how to open it.
Dwarven make? Well, I mean, My I was never good at metalwork myself, but phew, I can have a look. Here, give me a hand, will you?
Sure.
So yeah, investigation.
Oh, good grief.
You can see it, the porthole itself. You can see the hinge that it would open, the direction it would open, and everything. But there is no visible handle to actually get a grip on it to pull it up. You can just barely make out the seam.
Is this porthole roughly where I saw the movement from?
Give or take, yeah.
I'm gonna look at Sersha and say, here, back up a minute. Just in case.
She nods and takes a few steps back.
And then I'm just gonna
Hold my beer.
no. I'm gonna pull out my warhammer. Don't get it out very often, and just tonk 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 on the porthole thing.
All right.
Just give it a good knock, like knocking a door, you know.
Are you hitting it hard or?
Just, I mean, not like smashing it and nothing. Just, you know, giving it just in case it's quite thick, just enough that if there is somebody on the other side of it, they'll be able to hear it.
Okay. So you go dong dong dong, and here in the RT, like that noise reverberates and carries. It's metal. You can definitely tell.
I look over, covering my ears.
I'll just wait to see if there's any response for a moment.
I tell you, give me a. You and Saoirse both can give me a perception roll. Nice.
Oh,
Okay. So, Kaz, let's say you tap this thing 3 times. So you go dong, dong, bump, dong. There was like an extra bump in there.
oh,
Like
yeah.
something hit something inside. Maybe you knocked something loose.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna try opening it again, see if I've knocked the locking mechanism or something, you know.
You want to try and
loose.
figure it out again?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've knocked the bolt that's keeping it closed loose. I don't know. I'm just imagining.
Yeah.
I have zero clue, basically.
I'll allow it. I'll give you another shot. Give me another investigation roll.
No, not a clue.
No. Still can't figure it out. It just doesn't have a handle. You can't get your fingers under it. Can't pull it up.
We're gonna need Uki, I think. I'm gonna go over to the intercom and give a call out to Uki.
All right.
I guess I'll head over too.
All right. So
Ding dong.
Listener's walking up to the second deck, the
Okay.
weapons deck, to keep checking the portholes.
all right.
What is this?
Say that again. Sorry.
So what is this that I'm looking at then? I guess if I'm over there.
Oh, it's a large navigational device built into the floor. They found like what looks like to be a maintenance hatch on it. They can't.
In the
You can move stuff with your whatever it, however you do it. You know, the way you move them elves after they were dead. Any chance you can figure out how to open it? With, you know, your gifts?
Let's try it.
Psychokinesis. All right. So what would be your lift based upon your score? Intelligence
if I can retract
by
if I can
15.
retract from my character
Carrying capacity.
stuff
Oh,
for a
that's quite
second.
good.
I'm so proud of this.
That's pretty.
I'm
the,
so proud. I'm so proud of
the
this.
Oh, you got
idiot
the
button.
Look at this.
The idiot
Yes.
button.
I have already done the math.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's pretty good. All right. So yeah, are you going to do it?
Yes.
All right. So Genesis kind of side eyes you for a second, Kaz, and then just looks down at this thing. I imagine. Are you still peacebound? Your mask. Right now, Genesis.
I never put it on, so no.
Okay. So you actually getting the full frontal here. Without breaking a sweat or batting an eye, she looks at the porthole, and this thing, you just hear metal rending. And it just tears free and flops open. The latch is broken.
I'll help loosen that. No problem. Actually, to be honest, Kaz is quite pleased because he knows that through trauma, sometimes the best ways to get through it is to get busy doing stuff.
So, that you have a dark hole there.
Mm-hmm. What can I see?
Are you peering into it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, inside, there appears to be a huddled person with a deer in headlights look on their face.
Oh, hello there, General Kenobi.
Saoirse's going to walk up and with her phosphor stone and peer in. She's curious now too.
All right. So, go ahead.
Hello. Nice seeing other people here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did you get on here?
Well, I walked, swam, walked. I'm just here, you know.
My question is, how long have you been here?
I'm going
Yeah.
to look down at my dirty clothes. I don't know. Long enough to where I need a bath. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, all these insight checks going on. Everything he's told you so far is true. He looks kind of nervous, a little scared. He's sitting in a dark hole with all of you standing over him. It's not entirely far-fetched that he's a little nervous right now.
I imagine
Can I
it
use
won't be
another
so
point?
dark in there right now because Saoirse is holding her phosphor stone over.
Yeah.
Can I use another point to pull him out of there?
You want to lift him up with your psychokinesis? Yeah.
Pull him out and deposit him where we can see him.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Are you going to resist this as you start to lift up off your hindquarters there?
Can I resist this? Is this resistible?
Yeah, I mean, you have the chance to try and catch yourself and fight it. You're coming
Everyone
up through a
know-
porthole.
I'm going to very weakly grab a pipe behind me and hold on to it.
Okay, gonna grab the
Okay.
pipe.
Come
Man.
on, everyone knows Genesis is irresistible.
This is a
Doonts.
this is a new feeling that I haven't felt before.
So yeah, give me let's I'm gonna give you a strength check here.
My lift weight is 480 pounds.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one to beat, but we'll give you a chance.
So you want a
Raw
strength
brain
check?
power.
Yes, please.
Or okay, I got you.
Wow, that's not bad. Not good enough, but not bad. So I will say this: as he starts to move, he panics a little, reaches back and grabs a hold of a pipe. He gets a really good grip on this pipe, and as Genesis kind of forces him up out of the hole, the pipe breaks and air begins to spill out.
Oh.
The hiss that you've been hearing, Saoirse?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just figured out what that is. Your oxygen supply is spilling out into the room.
Oh, yeah, we'd better block that off.
Oh no, that was a hiss I've been hearing.
I put him down. I look down into the hole with the aid of the light that's being provided from the phosphorus stone, and I use my psychokinesis to push the pipes back together.
You can push them, but it's going to be a little more delicate.
Yeah, I understand they will need to be welded, probably, but I
Yeah.
want to put them back into position.
That's fine.
I must firmly recommend against welding an active oxygen line.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is fine. Go ahead.
Patch it,
That's a great idea, really, though.
I don't know
bounce
what
house.
the words are, okay?
We're bound to have the equivalent of duct tape around here somewhere.
The worst that'll happen is the Orti will implode.
Just plaster it with an adhesive. I don't know what you guys do.
So
Don't worry about it. I did have a backup character in mind.
I physically walk away. It's fine.
Dookie's going to basically walk up, and she has her tinker's tools along with another kind of like little compound with her because she's just been on the cannons. So walks up and says, "Let me just take care of this," and she comes in and because she's used to inspecting cannons and making sure there aren't cracks in them from them getting too hot and having to do reparation. It's like, I got this.
Oh yeah. So, we're gonna give you. Here, let me look at your sheet real quick here.
It does not escape me that this morning I actually sent a how to handle and transport gas cylinder tanks.
I know, right?
Very snap.
I'm gonna go with, and bear with me. I'm gonna go with a survival check on this one. I'm gonna give you a survival check to pull this off.
Make the check and you'll survive.
Any chance I'll give her an assist?
Yeah, no, I'll allow that. Yeah, you can do an advantaged one.
Oh, so who's doing survival check?
You
You
are
are.
at
Yeah,
advantage though. Yeah.
But with an advantage, right? You
Yeah,
said?
with advantage.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Kaz is assisting you.
Oh,
Okay.
Good grief.
that means I get to roll again, right?
There's a reroll hanging around.
There is a reroll.
Yeah, let's give her the reroll.
Okay.
I'd say it's a good point to use it now.
That's fair. That's fair. There you
Sweet.
go. Wow.
Yay!
Look at that. Everybody say thank you to Ginkgo for that lovely
Thank you,
reroll.
Ginkgo.
Thank you, Ginkgo.
We love you. Our
So-
new mushroom overlord.
Yes, definitely the Mushroom Overlord. So, you're down there. You get Kaz to kind of hold the pipes in place. You have a grease sealant compound that you're just kind of wedging up in there and twisting the pipe and trying to make sure all the grooves are fit in there. For a moment, it kind of blows out and Kaz starts to lose it, but you just kind of reach over and grab it with one hand and yank it out and shove it in there. You get a solid seal. In fact, you kind of pull back, kind of dust your hands off, like, anything else?
I'm gonna go check. Now I've taken care of that. I'm going to go check on the coal bin.
All right.
Hey, wait! Who is this? Are you strong? Someone else to help? Shovel coal when it's time to go. Kaz and I need a break.
Right.
Fair
Right.
play.
Yeah. Talking about the new stowaway.
So, real quick, Chris, if you would, why don't you tell everyone what they see?
Well, they see. Let's go with a short-haired, brown-haired male human of some sort. You don't know really which ethnicity. Slightly tan skin, nice brown leather armor, and, well, not very nice, very tattered, and very much so bruised and dirtied up. And he smells really bad. You don't want to smell him.
There you go.
How long has it been since you ate, mate?
Not too long ago. You see, there wasn't anybody here, so I kind of took a little bit of food from some that I found. You know, I was hungry, starving. I think it's been about a few days.
Now, so you're on this submersible when it's first started moving, right?
I suppose. I'm mostly hidden here because I didn't want to be outside.
Fair.
Does that make sense? It
Oh,
looks safe in here, you know? A big giant fortress of steel.
Yeah, I'll get you.
It's better than, being out in the storms and the monsters and the creatures. And I didn't want to die, so,
I'll get you. So, what is it you do? Or what is it you used to do before you ended up on here?
Oh, well, I'm a traveling, artisan of sorts. Yes. I work with different tools. Sometimes I can open some locks. Sometimes I can, chisel away at this or that. Yeah.
I see.
I could even play an instrument sometimes. Oh, but my main thing is writing. Not many people know how to write properly anymore, so I do the writing for them,
Right. Gotcha.
Hey, what do you do?
I kill things.
Oh.
I think that's Slatra's tagline.
Yeah. And
I'm
Dookie's.
surprised how many people claim this profession here.
Yeah.
Slatra's the only one who said it outright, though.
I mean,
Yeah, some of us don't need to say it.
that's a very, needed profession in this kind of world where every other thing you meet is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I've had to do it before, of course. I'm not, unwieldy with a blade. As I pull out a very dark-looking dagger. Even the steel is kind of dark.
As he does this,
Uh-huh.
as he does it, Uki, as he is pulling out this dagger, Uki's hand immediately goes to her pistol on her side. Actually, both hands go down.
That's
Go
fair.
ahead.
I'm holding it in like a very presentable manner, like it's in my palms. Hey, look at my dagger! I bought it off of Amazon, $500.
So I should point out, Chris, that your timer is almost out.
Shh. I know.
Ooh, there's a timer.
Wait, there's a timer? Oh gosh.
The last
Let me
time
check.
that I saw someone with a hand upon a dagger, they attempted to kill one of my party mates. Pardon me for being a little testy. And she just steps back.
Yep, you've got about 15 seconds, my friend.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think
Just
I know
for
what's up
fun,
out
I'll
of
say
character
a
here.
listener makes his way back down the stairs here, having found no cracks in the portholes.
Nope, no cracks.
So, right, do you have a room I can go to kind of freshen up?
I mean, we've kind of all took rooms here and everything like that, but you know, if we put our heads together, I'm sure we could think about. I mean, we could probably come up with a room just for you.
It's at 10.
There are a few floors on the. There are a few rooms on the second floor if you go up a level.
9.
Oh my god.
8.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now.
You can
Yeah.
just Coven.
Friendly reminder that I moved away.
I'm going to
6.
make my way quickly upstairs with 45
Oi.
speed of movement.
Hey, what's
I
the
think I'll
rush,
be-
my friend?
I just have to go to the bathroom really badly. And I don't want to do it in front of my friends. I'm running up the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, the giant lizard here.
Well,
Is Jeff still blocking the way?
Yeah.
Dookie has stepped back. Oh wait,
I'm
Dookie stepped
In the
back.
most cartoonish way possible, I'm going to just lax my shoulders down, put my arms straight downwards, and be like, oh, fuck.
So, as he says that, the facade falls away. So, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up on the overlay finally.
Good idea.
As it falls away, a new face is revealed. With a slight shift of shadowy movement. The tan skin falls away, revealing a stark white visage underneath. Black hair, a short beard, slight wispy nature to all of it. I assume everyone would probably recognize what you are.
Oh yeah.
They've all seen Volrestad before.
Saoirse just kind of tilts her head and she's just like, why would you hide your face? It's not like we haven't seen one of your kind before. We're not anti-Volrestad around here.
Well, I don't know that. You mean you could be anti-Volrestad? Hey, you could even be luring me into a safe space before you stab my back.
Luring you how? You're already on the ship.
Well, I mean, you know, making me feel relaxed, so I turned my back, and then you killed me out of racial hate.
You were the... never mind.
You feel a probing at the edge of your consciousness.
Do you allow it or resist it?
I'm going to subconsciously resist it.
Okay.
Because travels.
Are you going to push it, listener?
Imagine a doorbell ringing loudly.
And yeah,
I don't think it's smart for
The listener,
like you would be in my mind.
Everyone says that, and nobody actually knows what it's like in there.
Well, I mean, do I
A
know what he
plant
is?
man is looking at you quizzically.
the Ogham are not prevalent, but they're known. So you'd probably, you may not have ever seen one, but you've heard about them.
Well, is you know, my nature kind of bad to be delving into mentally for many reasons.
Ask listener and find out.
Okay, sure. I mean, eventually, whenever I trust this weird party on my ship.
Excuse you.
Hey, no one was here. I walked in, What do you want me to say? It's mine. I found it first.
That was out of character.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm just trying not to turn off the voice, because if I turn it off, it's going to be gone.
That's important.
Fair, yeah.
All right, so the doorbell rings loudly, but then it's done.
Okay.
That was weird. So someone needs to answer the door, wherever that door is. Wait, what's a doorbell?
You question what it was. Listener raises his hand and then lowers it again.
So I'm gonna say,
hey, what up?
Because I think.
Oh my gosh, it's a plaid man.
Slaughter has actually moved over to you with her weapon drawn and is just like standing next to you, watching, kind of wolfishly.
How tall is this one?
Slaughter?
Yes.
Let me look.
They look short in the picture, so I'm just asking.
I don't know. Did we put that on here or not?
Is she shorter than normal? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I don't think she wrote. Oh, yeah, 5'7". There we go.
Oh, okay.
She's just gonna put her hand on Slaughter's shoulder and just kind of shake it quickly.
Yeah.
What's this very sad looking person doing?
Who, Slaughter?
Yeah. Why are they pointing their weapon at me? I'm gonna look around very nervously. I thought you guys weren't anti-Vollerstad, right?
I'm not anti-Volverstad, but I am anti someone who sneaks into our rations and consumes them without showing worth for their presence.
It's okay, just let him eat. He needed food for his own survival, and I got more non-perishable goods in the place we just left, Slaughter and I, so we have more food.
Well,
so yeah, Slaughter will, she won't stand down. She'll just kind of like rest her blade on the ground and still just kind of stare at you. I'm sure she would be being a lot more vocal, but I don't want to do it any injustice.
I'm sorry for eating your food. I just needed to, one of the ways to die, I didn't want death, starving to be one of them. Or, lack of hydration. Can't quite drink the water out there,
So, as you're having this conversation, and I've been running another timer here, there's a large turbulence that just hit the Ortiz. Everybody's kind of like knocked around for a second.
Ruh-roh.
It's not quite enough to knock you down, but it was pretty violent.
Okay. Mr. Rushes upstairs.
Okay. Rushes.
Rushes. 30 max speed is doing the job,
Yeah, he's getting there. So you going all the way to the captain's nest there?
Yes.
All right. So you make your way to the helm, which of course gives you 360 vision. The bubble is collapsing completely. You imagine it's going to be quite a large amount of turbulence for you when it does. It's going to be a lot of water displaced.
Yeah, it'll be quite a pull.
If you remember, there's a large pile of rocks between you and that space.
Yes.
Time to shovel gold.
Because it's collapsing, the water would be drawn towards the bubble.
Exactly, and you with it. into the rocks.
Indeed, indeed. But because we are near a sort of a very narrow entrance, if I recall correctly, it looks on the map like it's just a tiny crevice that one can pass through.
Yeah, and it was nearly obscured. If you hadn't seen the light shining through, you probably would have gone right past it.
So if we can get just a hex or two away, really, the amount of pull it can exert on us should fall off exponentially.
Definitely.
Yep.
So,
You want to start the old girl up again?
oh yeah, he begins juicing up the engine a little bit.
Yep. Cass starts shoveling coal.
All right. So I'll let you get your movement timer going again if you want, depending on if you want or not.
Oh, I'll set it running. Don't you worry. It's so much fun.
There you go.
So, did you? Well, I'll ask this in character. So, you spoke earlier of things that you do, but how much of that was truth? Are you a metal crafter? What tribe are you from?
Oh. Well, I don't really work with metal, per se. And I'm going to... No, I'm not going to do that, because that'd be dangerous. Not going to do that thing. I work with other materials besides metal. Although my material's a lot more rare to find. So,
I see. I
I'm
can count.
being vague for a reason. It's very personal, you know.
Yuki's just wondering, in both travel and military campaigns, come across the quite a few of the tribes, knowing that there's about 7 families that roam the outlands and maintain the free trade. So, perhaps in some of that trade has come across.
Oh, well, I've known of more people that have definitely focused on working with metals and various related things, but not me. My tribe is mostly towards traveling and wandering around and helping those in, well, I wouldn't say in need, helping those that are willing to give us compensation.
You are so vague, it's hilarious.
Right? Yuki's just thinking, not another bard.
We're gonna have a whole band on the ship before too long.
That's true.
What kind of instruments do you play?
Well, this and that. To be honest, I'm not the most talented as my other brethren and sisters. They're a bit better and focused on it, but I've had to, use a flute every now and then, or a drum. A very badly made flute, if I recall. I didn't like using it. It was very sharp, metal flutes. They didn't know how to do it right. I think I have a couple scars on my lips because of it. And I'd like to not talk about it anymore.
You got it.
So I tell you
probably
what.
feel your teeth lurching forward while you're having this conversation.
Yes, you have definitely begun to move. So.
I want to insight check him a second time.
Okay.
Not that I'll do any better, but just.
Well,
Just
this
to
is
see.
pass or fail. It's going to be an interesting one.
Actually, from what he has said, as vague as it is, could I make an
Yeah.
insight check to see what tribe I
Yeah.
think he's from?
What is he?
Yeah. Well, he's a Volrestad, for sure.
But which tribe?
But what is he?
What, as in his tribe? Is that what you were trying to figure out,
Yes.
Genesis? Okay. Well, you'll with that roll, you'll pull it. What tribe is he?
I just want to know what class he is, not the tribe thing.
Oh, class? No, you
I
wouldn't.
mean, you wouldn't know. I mean, I didn't do anything class related.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I
Except for
definitely.
disguise,
I'm
yeah.
Shh, But they don't know that that's a thing.
I
That
saw
class.
you, dude.
Yeah, but
I was going for tribe though.
yeah,
What
so
is
yeah,
it?
so the tribe you'll be able to figure out. The class he hasn't done enough of his class.
Yeah.
Like he
Although-
told you flat out he's an artisan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they. I
He
know they're all.
also can shift his appearance, which
But yeah, but he's a Volristad. Who knows what they can do, right?
exactly.
Because it's obviously not a what do you say, Wei Tai? It's not a Wei Tai.
What is your tribe?
My tribe is the Vanek Dal.
The ghosts.
Yeah,
The Malachi?
The
No.
Vanik Dal.
the
The
Vanek
Vanadol, the ghost. Oh, okay, got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Please invite.
the ghosts. Yeah.
Oh, and the smoking hype. So you like the dad weed, do you?
I mean, he's gonna look very embarrassed. Not quite. I mean, I dabbled in it. My tribe really loves it. Oh, I
Well-
don't really like it that much.
Well, now I
But
know
every
that.
now and then, yes, I'll take a quick. Anyways,
So now we know that what I couldn't tell put my finger if it was Pete or if it was skunk.
Yeah.
I think it was skunk.
it's probably both.
Going for the blend. So, real quick, before we go any further, do you guys want to take your union break?
Yeah.
It seems like a decent
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's that late already.
So we'll go ahead. We'll take our quick union break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Bear with us, and we will continue this lovely interaction.
Yes, it is very lovely.
We'll be right back.
left, right? I don't remember how
An
long
hour.
Hour. We are back.
Oh yeah.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. All right.
Woo.
So we were abusing Erebus when we left off. Please
Believe
continue.
me, I'm in a no-bully zone. All right, leave me alone.
The Orti does not have safe space.
Damn it. I mean, I was in a safe space.
Yeah, you
I
were.
didn't know what was there.
That's right. You had found the only safe space, but it was also the one leaking oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and we
totally
had
wasn't
only
me.
also been on the Orti for a day, so like you may have been found out like eventually, dude.
Well, you
So
see,
I have a safe. Around me is a safe space. I'm just nowhere nearby.
Technically true.
right. Well, now that you all know what I am, it's nice meeting you all. My name's Erebus. Ha. Yeah. Hello.
Name's Kaz. Vaguely nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Erebus.
I mean, I thought it was proper. I thought that was nice. Okay. Fucking pig.
Saoirse gives a sweet smile and says, "I'm Saoirse."
You're also very bright. Hello. You're the brightest one I've seen. I mean, you haven't yelled at me or questioned me very harshly yet. Looks at the very angry dwarf.
Oh, I'm not angry. Don't worry.
Very intimidating dwarf.
About that.
So as you talk to Saoirse, Slatra will actually step between the two of you, protectively.
Hello. Nice to meet you too. Weapon.
She's staring kind of down at you. She doesn't like you. You get the impression.
Down. Can someone please remove this? Not remove. Help? Yeah, help. How about just help? Is she going to stab
Saoirse is
me?
going to put her hand on Slatra's shoulder and say, "It's okay, Slatra, really."
She'll kind of mumble under her breath. And she'll still stand there, but she'll try to be a little less intimidating.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the 5'7" Slatra standing in front of the 6'2" Saoirse.
Oh yeah, she feels bigger than she is. You know, Slatra.
Everyone feels bigger than Saoirse.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the Orti is still making good time now. Are you gonna just steady on as she goes?
Well, yeah, I'm leading us round the bend here. Hopefully, the bubble's collapse hasn't affected us too terribly.
It hasn't happened yet, but you have a feeling you're gonna be out of the event horizon, as it were.
All right, yeah, I'm just
Can
going
I-
to keep moving us along at our 2-minute increments. Let me know if something comes up that listener would see.
Sure,
Can I ask a quick question?
of course you can.
This new person, with my previous insight checks, does he seem like he can be trusted?
Well, now that's a loaded question.
Mhm.
I need you to ask me something more specific, because can he be trusted? Everyone in your group could potentially fail that.
Okay, including myself, sure. Is he gonna kill us in our sleep?
I could answer that one. No. He does not intend on killing the people who know how to run this ship in their sleep.
Yeah, you never really did get your question for your 24, did you?
No. Yeah.
Did
That's-
you?
I wanna see what his intentions would be if we like tried to join him to this party.
All right. Well, I will tell now. You get the sense that he was hiding, not from you, but hiding.
Okay, I mean I understand that, and I know organically, like in the meta, this has to happen. But I want to see.
No, I
what-
say like hiding as in he was scared. He's not.
Of.
Not you.
Okay. Just in general, okay.
And Chris, you remember what we discussed about how you ended up there, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
No, it was very vague. But yes.
Okay. I mean, you can ask him questions or try to like rip it out of his mind.
Many people consider this rude.
Yeah, that's a little rude.
Yes, normally, destroying someone's mind is kind of rude.
generally speaking. Uh-oh. She's pulling out the power chart. So you're,
Oh, that's not a good. Alright, I mean, if you want to, can I at least be told, hey, can I have consent to ravage your mind?
Are you resisting?
I mean, I don't know what's doing it. I wasn't told it was going to happen, so most likely.
Okay. Well, let's do this then. Genesis, was it a successful attack to achieve the connection? And an intelligence skill check to pierce for each piece of information.
So I just ask you a simple question. What are you afraid of?
Well, you gotta make... He's resisting you.
Okay. That's what I'm saying verbally in your head. Just so you know.
Well, I mean, you haven't made the connection yet.
Okay. Oh, I have to make it. Okay.
Yeah, because he's resisting you, so you have to make that successful attack first.
Okay. Let me just press the idiot button as a precaution here. My attack modifier should have been in there.
In fairness, here in Cairn, it's much wiser to resist. Most of the people who just freely talk to listener are quite foolish.
It's so
I
weird
don't
that I
know
wouldn't
what
put
this
that
is
in
coming.
there. Because
Maybe it's fine.
my attack modifier is my proficiency plus my intelligence modifier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
So let me just tack that onto there.
You're good.
Don't whiff it.
I'm sorry, but you whiffed it.
Yeah.
Wait, that doesn't seem right. Your intelligence modifier is 3? No, then yes. You whiffed it completely. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it was.
I'll just ask it verbally, like.
You saw him. You saw him like sweat for a second, like restraining as you pushed, but you couldn't break through.
I love the implication that your armor, your literal physical armor, assists you in resisting psychic attacks. Just makes you feel safe, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should make that a resisted intelligence check.
Should probably make it a wisdom save. That's usually what psychic / mental attacks belong to, at least.
Whiz or int saves.
I like to go with int
Or
for
charisma.
I like to go with int for psychic. Me personally.
If
Just
that
to
was the
mix
case-
it up, just to screw up everybody's min-maxing.
Yeah. Plus, it's the power of the mind.
How dare you? You're ruining everything. But
But we'll just go with the flow for now. It was resisted. You wanted to ask him.
I mean, you said out loud, what am I afraid of? And all I'm going to say out loud, I mean, have you been up there? Have you seen all those things up there? You know how many things there are to be afraid of up there? A lot. Have you like walked once or twice outside of a town? You know, in a town, even. You gotta watch your back. There's an alleyway. Someone might come up and shank you.
Very calmly say
This
again.
man has a wisdom score of
What?
30.
What are you afraid of? You.
Probably dying.
Fair answer.
Same.
Having my life consumed from the essence of my soul to my body. a lot of things out there can do that.
Same. Right along with that list is being consumed by something and turning into a husk.
Oh, I'm answering your question, by the way, Chris. Sorry.
Welcome aboard, I guess.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Look
Genesis.
closer. Oh, Genesis. Nice to meet you, Genesis. What a nice
Eris?
name. No, Genesis.
What's your name?
I mean,
He's
I
a-
already. Oh, okay.
You said
My
Arab.
name's Erebus. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I answered your question, by the way.
That's
Oh, I see that.
interesting. That's an interesting name.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even get to choose it, so I should probably ask my parents.
I think it suits you.
Well, thank you. I think your name probably suits you, although I don't know you, so. All right. Yes.
Now
I'm going to-
that's worked out.
We'll get there.
The ship takes an extra big lurch as Listener rounds the corner. Just to round out the awkwardness.
I gotta move my map over so you're not going off screen there. All right.
So, how about everyone else? What's everyone else's name that I haven't talked to that often enough to ask about their names?
Hashtag awkward.
I mean, I know Kaz, Roy, Zorsha, Genesis. What's the angry one who's trying to kill me's name?
That's Slatra.
Slatra?
Slatra. She grunts at you.
Oh. Well, you speak. I thought you were mute. Nice to meet you, Slatra. Though I'm not going to touch your hand because I feel like you might stab me.
She's gonna like look down and up at you, like just kind of look you up and down, like sizing you up. And she'll look back at Saoirse and say, "He's probably a spy for those League of Assassin assholes," and just kind of push past and go upstairs. I'm gonna cook.
I mean, at the why'd you at the mention of a League of Assassins,
The League of
I'm
Steam.
going to look very nervous. You said League of Assassons. Did that one say a League of Assassins?
League of
Wow.
Steam Assassins. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
She did. We've been. Lots of us have been followed for months by the League of Steam and the Wraith Guard, and I mentioned the other group, the third group that's been following us.
The Becklerite
I-
Intelligence Bureau.
Yeah, the Becklerite Intelligence Bureau. They can't reach us down here, but. And Saoirse just kind of shrugs. We're safe on the RT, at least.
right.
It's an excellent lead into the entire quest that we're on.
You're throwing that word around, safe. I'm not so sure.
Safe.
I mean, it sounds like it was a smart idea for me to get on this ship. Then. The Ortiz, you said?
The
The
OT.
OT.
The Ortiz. Nice.
It's a Culvart name. It's meant to be pronounced in a French accent.
RT.
Well,
Yeah,
you
oh,
see, I'm not French, so Ortiz. So, what's the one who got really excited when they talked to me? His name? The smaller one? Are they smaller than me? They fixed the pipe.
Oh, that'd be Uki.
Uki.
Uki's not smaller than you.
Okay. Nice to know.
Uki is a Hyberstedian.
Oh, so you know, just a few feet taller. I mean, anyways, Uki, Kaz, what's the is that a lizard? What is that?
Oh, that's Jeff.
Jeff. That creature's name is Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I've heard weirder things, so I'm going to wave at Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
I feel like we're going to end up with a Jeff in every game we play at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't talk about that, Jeff. He's gone.
This was the first Jeff.
This is the
That
the
Jeff
OG.
wasn't even a real Jeff. That Jeff was a fake Jeff. I didn't even know his real name.
Alpha Jeff.
This is the OG Jeff.
Yes.
Jeff Classic.
And the big plat man. What's that one's name?
It goes by a listener.
Does he listen to people?
As
I mean-
far as we can tell, he speaks to the spirits of the dead.
Oh. I mean that's normal.
He will listen to you too, but that's mostly what he listens to.
Well then, that's a good trait to have. I guess walking around the lands is probably a very noisy affair.
More than you'd
I-
expect.
He hasn't really said, but his talents have been a big help to us as we've gone along.
I mean, I bet. Being able to talk to the dead whenever you want, as long as they're still around, I suppose, haven't moved on. I guess that'd be really helpful. Well, I mean, can the dead even move along anymore?
I think we found out through our adventures that they can't.
Oh. Well, I'll have to make sure to, visit my close friends' graves then. Next time I'm around them. Maybe they'll be there. I'll give them a high five. Or something like that.
I wish listener was actually around to hear that. He's upstairs instead.
So, as you lurch on ahead, everyone
Do we have an
starts.
intercom?
Everyone starts. Yeah, you do. You have the tube system, but everyone starts to sweat a little bit. The temperature is raising. You're just starting to notice, like it's starting to get a little stuffy and uncomfortable. Listener, the speed of the Orti is picking up.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, but yeah, it's picking up on its own. Something is dragging you forward. It feels like you're in a current.
Can I? So last time we had to whip it around, pull a Yui as it is.
Hmm.
It didn't go super well for the equipment. Building on his past experience, can I try to devise a method that is less terrible? Perhaps some sort of staggered lifting, selective lifting of the various crawly feet in order to rotate more naturally.
You can try.
I would love to try.
Are you gonna try and start turning, or?
I would like to try and devise a method so that I can consider it before I begin turning.
All right. Well, based on the fact that you're piloting on basically a tutorial from a ghost,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a disadvantaged survival check.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll let you give it a try. Yeah, not really sure on that one. It's you're not out of control yet. Oh, there's our next movement.
Yep.
Awesome.
Let me,
Can I ask a question about the intercom system?
Yeah,
Is it it's two-way, right?
yeah. It's tubed on either end.
Okay, so for him to hear us, it would have had to be open from our end to his.
It's a tube. They're always open.
Okay, so could he have heard what was just said?
Well, I mean, as much as listener hears anything. Yeah.
Just for practicality, even with the purely analog sort of intercom infrastructure, you got to be pretty damn close to that tube.
Yeah.
For the sound to carry.
Especially since no one's actively talking into it.
Okay.
But yeah, the temperature's gone up again. Like it's steadily rising. Anyone in armor is starting to feel really uncomfortable.
I
Sweating.
pull all the way back on the speed, so it's just barely a crawl. Does it affect our pace at all, or are we too caught up in the flow?
You slow it a bit. You're actually maintaining the speed you would normally travel at this point, though. You can actually feel like the ship kind of shudder and strain a little bit, as it's pulling. It feels like it's pulling to the right, to the east, we'll say, for ease of communication.
Feeling this, I move over. I'm guessing this is a spiral staircase and not like a fan.
Yeah, it is.
Over here and climb the stairs to go up.
All right.
To the upper.
You going all the way up?
Yeah, and I throw a hay to the phoenix and the
carrier
ant there. Just like wave.
All right.
Good job. Keep it up. You're doing a good job.
So we're going up.
Everybody's in a little pack. We're all good.
Going all the way up to the helm.
Right.
So something's just come into view for listener.
Yeah.
I have a very important question for you. I'm even going to pause the timer.
All right.
We have some high beams on the front, right? They're pointing forward.
Yeah.
Looking forward, is there another north traveling branch?
You can only see as far as what you can see there. The light you're seeing
Yeah,
is coming from that place.
Yeah, it's coming from what looks like the east.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say...
That's where you're being pulled, so yeah.
Yes, that is my assumption. Listener guns it and begins to direct the Orti to the northwest in the hopes that there is a northern passage that he can take.
Okay, so you're just taking a leap of faith here, praying you don't slam into a wall.
Yes, it's pulling us to the east, so I'm countering that with the westward part of the vector.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's a good move.
Enough so that we kind of travel in a this way direction. I'm pinging on the map.
All right, so we're going to do survival checks for each movement. So
wonderful.
When you hit your next ding, let me know.
I have restarted the timer.
All right, yeah, we'll get that roll with the next ding. Everybody
Genesis is up here now.
Yeah, everybody that is feeling like the heat is becoming stifling at this point. In fact, some of you are even kind of like laboring just to catch your breath. You're sweating profusely. Anything metal within the Orti is uncomfortable to touch at this point, and you can feel the entire ship shaking and straining. In fact, you can every now and then even feel the crawling mechanisms dragging and shuddering as they like kind of rake across the stone floor.
I'm going to head upstairs.
Can listener and Genesis have a moment?
Yeah.
Genesis, what you up to?
I'm just looking along with you to see what's over there.
He points. He says, "First mate, please assist me."
Okay.
We're wrestling the wheel to try and keep against the current. To the east, you see molten lava on the ocean floor.
Scary.
Okay.
All right.
There's our timer.
All right, let's get that survival roll. Assisted.
I will take the advantage. Yes, thank you.
Can I say how I assist before you? Okay, no? Okay.
15. You managed to maintain, but just barely.
All right, I'm going to take the movement in the intended direction. Then please feel free to tell me how you're doing it. I would love to hear.
Well, we're brain people, right?
Yes.
So, not really utilizing the entirety of psychokinesis, but I'm like assisting you with the process of directing our movement within the water with some of that knowledge, if that's allowed.
No, you would have to actively be able to see and be familiar with the rudder, and there would be a risk that you could break it.
Line of sight, yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
So no, I'm just like, I'm hyping you up. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You got this. You can do
Oh, no,
it.
you can grab the wheel with them and help. Because that's the wheel is directly attached to the rudder system.
Yeah, we do not have steer by wire here.
No.
That's such a risk, though, if I do it too much.
No, use your hands. Use your hands for this. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, my completely average 10 strength will assist you in this endeavor. Yeah,
it's
let's
still an assist. It's all that matters.
But we tried.
All right. The heat up here is unbearable as well. Listener, you're feeling wilted. Like you can feel it kind of dehydrating you.
I wonder if he's more or less percentage water than a human.
That's a good question.
already pretty high.
It's a good question. He obviously doesn't use chlorophyll, though.
We're about to make another. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
So even on the second floor, Sirius is just like,
Oh, yeah, you're heading to the right on this one. Towards.
I have shifted appropriately.
Yeah, you guys feel the thing shudder and just drag. Everybody kind of lurches as the thing moves.
That's it. Okay, Kaz is feeling whatever's going on is not going well. I'll just hopefully just shut off the intercom for Uki to take over the coal shoveling, and I'm going to run upstairs to see if they need help with
Uki was down there with you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Uki's right there. She just kind of. Yeah.
You gonna take over for the coal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take over.
All right. Yeah. The boilers are like pushing right now. In fact, this one has already shot a rivet. Just as Kaz is running off, you just pa-ching, this rivet goes firing off. It is extra hot down in the belly where you guys are, but it's still unbearable on the other floors as well.
Saoirse's going to go over to the stairs, peek her head down, and be like, "Are you okay, Uki?"
Oh, I'm just so not used to this. I can handle cold, but this heat starting it. Do we have any fresh water on board?
We should, yeah. So Saoirse's going to run and get Uki some water.
Okay.
And Uki's like stripped down. She is like down to her almost to her skivvies because this is just so uncomfortable, so unbearable for her.
Okay, you're probably gonna want to keep your boots on though. The floor is getting dangerously hot. Oh, roll time.
Next.
21.
Duties of advantage.
Yeah, you managed to maintain your course. You're still getting some
there is
pull.
another passage.
You're still getting some pull, but I think once you if it's either going to start pulling you into the rocks and dragging you around, or you'll escape.
That's the hope.
So one more success, and I think you'll be okay.
Ooh, something else is appearing to the north. Interesting times.
Indeed.
All right, listener, he's heaving on it for all he's worth. If he could be in psychic communion with the ship, he would be.
That would be an interesting experience, to say the least.
Our brains are like pinging back and forth with like a fight montage. Like, do, 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 do. Like, we can do this, you know?
We're just trying to hook our nervous systems together over the telepathic link so we work better. It's kind of a weird experience.
We're the same.
Let's see here.
I like to think this is a good moment for Genesis to forget her troubles. Because we have new troubles. They're very exciting.
New troubles are the way to go.
I'm gonna be so tired after this. Like,
Listener may even sleep.
that'd be so nice. Not to be drugged, but just to go to bed.
Not to be drugged. For a change. Is anyone else doing anything in this crucial moment? Kaz is up there with you.
Kaz is if it's about survival roles, he's pretty good at that. So like,
well, you actually see what they're passing now to the east. You kind of catch a glimpse of this huge chamber just filled with magma.
Magma.
So the trick here is you probably do have a better survival than Listener, but he's the only one who knows how to steer the ship.
Yeah.
I like to picture it as like you're pulling one of the protrusions of the captain's wheel or whatever we're working on, and I'm pushing it, like to push it up, and you're pulling it down.
That works.
All right, I'm gonna make the next roll.
Okay. You managed to maintain your course. The RT lurches ahead as it begins to break free of the current. You give the, not to quote Firefly too much, but you give the rocks a kiss a little bit.
Just a little.
You guys can feel the shudder and the drags again. So Ginkgo, I think, did he just give you guys another reroll? Wow, thank you.
Oh my.
Dedicated to the cause.
He's trying to keep you guys alive. See, the Pope is still with you. Pay to win. Yeah. So you begin. The heat is still unbearable right now. Obviously, but you guys can. Things are starting to kind of settle a bit. There's still some pull at the present, but you're breaking free. You don't have to make the rolls from here on out. You're good.
Okay, perfect. He lowers down the speed to a more gentle pace, under the assumption that the boilers could probably use a little rest.
A little. So we're back on track. Back on track.
There's a moment over the mental connection with Genesis where it's like you're both just standing exhausted in an enormous empty room. That's kind of what it's like speaking to Listener now. It used to have this chorus of whispers underneath his voice. Now it's just echo, echo, echo.
It's not necessarily worse either, you know?
It's peaceful in its own way.
Well, you know, we lived. Yay!
Yeah, we're alive. I mean, why are we celebrating that we're alive?
I will see my second day.
Yeah, there you go.
so basically, we can no longer lie to you because you can literally just say, "Do you think I was born yesterday?"
At least until tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are, like I said, things are leveling out. As you progress forward, the temperatures will begin to regulate.
Good grief.
Listener, there's something that is kind of nagging at you, though.
What's up?
It's You guys did lose some oxygen back there.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it's nagging at you because of your tutorial with
And it's
the
getting
ghost
rather hot.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here.
Uki already took
take
off.
all your clothes. Actually, Uki's already taken off all her clothes.
So, here, let me consider this from listeners' perspective then. Chemistry is not precisely his strong suit, and really, without the collective, it's unlikely he would be making any rigorous scientific checks. But he would know that it's bad, and that he needs that oxygen, and so does everybody else.
Yeah.
He can't really leave the helm. He talks to Genesis on this one.
Weren't there spare oxygen tanks? I remember someone saying.
First mate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have passed a river of burning land and things are more pleasant again, could you check the reserves of oxygen in the tanks?
My eyes widen with concern, and I rush down to the lower levels.
Okay. So,
Oh, this is not good.
do you remember where your oxygen tanks all are?
Making my way down. And I think this is the reserve.
These are your
The
primary.
reserve.
These
Yeah,
are your
I'm
primary
checking.
tanks.
I'm checking these.
Yeah, the
Primaries first.
All right. 3 of them are empty.
secondaries are up here.
Three of them are empty. Yes.
So the ones on the next level up, there were two smaller reserve tanks, I believe, in this corner.
Those
Upstairs.
are water.
That's
That's
ballast.
Man, there must have been a leak in the RT for a while because we've only been on here for like a day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you guys lost a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, I mean, with all the shaking around, it could be that our stowaway accidentally broke the pipes.
Yeah. What are these back here?
Where are you? The rafts?
Yes.
They're rafts.
Just rafts, not like pods.
No.
For those foolish enough to sail the surface of the seas of Cairne.
Yeah, it does seem kind of stupid.
There is a way for this thing to lift.
Go over here. Just okay. I don't know what I just did there, but we'll move me back up here.
Okay.
3 of the tanks are empty.
How much time does that give us?
So, I'm gonna run around and try to find Wilhelm. I think.
Ooh.
Just do, because I'm sure there are reactions that can be controlled that would create oxygen, but I don't know if there are ones that we could do down here.
We might.
That'd have to be a big reaction to be
Probably
feasible.
exothermic and dangerous. So I'm just like consulting with my colleague here about. We only have 1 tank of air.
Avoid sparks. Yes, avoid sparks is right. It's all right. Slaughter's in there cooking though, so you're good. Don't worry.
Oh, perfectly safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
1
I
open
guess.
flame, 2 maximum.
Yeah.
So are you? I see you're passing the crossroads. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm continuing to the north because there is a faint light in the distance, and that worked out so well last time.
No, you're good. Trucking along.
So I'm trying to find Wilhelm. I'm not sure if this is the room for that.
No, he's in his little clinic there.
This one,
Yeah.
right?
That's him.
Okay, so I was there. Okay.
Yep.
Small problem.
As you open the door, I have my head completely submerged in water.
Oh,
Like the whole head is in this water.
okay. I tap you on the shoulder. Dink dink.
Yes. Sorry, I was testing something. I apologize.
Yeah, we have a small problem. 3 of the 4 oxygen tanks are empty. So there's that. So I just wanted to stop by and see if there's anything sciencey that we could do to fix that issue. In the event that this one tank isn't enough oxygen for us all to breathe.
Mhm.
Uh, do we are we close enough to get something up to the oxygen?
To get something up to it? Like,
For instance, are you familiar with the premise of like snorkeling
oh,
and
Listener,
using the
sorry,
Step
real
in.
quick. You're on an incline.
Oh, we were going up or down?
Up.
Gotcha. So a little slower?
Well, actually, at the pace you're going to breach what appears to be a surface.
Very exciting. Full speed.
All right.
Well, until we see some good spot to stop. Nice place to park her.
It's saying about 2 hexes you're going to actually come out of the water.
Out here solving problems all day.
As we're down here discussing how we're gonna get air to breathe, we we exit the water, and I look out the porthole on the northern side of the ship, and then I look back at Wilhelm and I say, "Problem solved. Never mind."
Unless it's
And-
toxic air.
Yeah, and I pat him on the back so that his nose dips back down into the water
well.
as I
I
exit.
turned to face you. I didn't just like have my back to you.
Okay. If you were facing the water, your nose would dip just a little bit. If you weren't, never mind. Forget that.
I like the
You're
image
just
though.
like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Somehow I'm still wearing the top hat though. The top hat does not come off.
Not ever.
How? I like to think that if you picked it up off of your head, that the water would run down your face, and you'd be like, "Yeah, this is fine. This is fine." Sorry to have
Yes.
disturbed your experiment, as you were.
That's right. I seem to have figured out how to let people breathe underwater.
The timing on this one. Wow. Wow.
Not that you'd
So
want to
good.
breathe underwater down here anyway.
Mm,
I also
Yeah.
have something that might be able to deal with the water. On the other hand, I don't know how well they combine. That
it's
might
down
be
here
the
developing
issue.
superpowers.
Speaking of
Such
which,
a thoughtful.
I do wanted to talk to you. I want to talk to the listener, but I'll talk to him, or I'll talk to it privately. You're obviously familiar with the fishes that were outside. This is Chica.
Oh. Okay.
I found that by taking some of the scales that Chica has discarded, I was actually able to create a powder that can shut down a person's mental ability. Can cut them off.
Mm.
That's a good feeling.
Okay.
I trust you. I trust listener. But we saw the spirit tree. So there is this powder that if you put it on someone, in theory, if I was to use it, for instance, on myself, in theory, nothing could make psychic contact with me, though it also could be used to block other people's psychic abilities. I wanted to explain why I did this and let you know that I have it. I don't plan on, like I said, it's more for protection.
Well, it's already proven its efficacy with recent events. But yeah, makes sense.
So I wanted to at least make you aware of what I have.
So as you guys are talking,
surprise.
you see the surface break of water. You guys are coming out of the water. Everyone who has access to a window or porthole right now can see that you are actually coming up onto land. Still inside a cavern. Those of you with a frontal view
Kaz is very interested.
see a grand display of incandescent light coming from above somewhere, shining a bright, colorful pattern onto vast piles of rubble.
Shining, you say?
Oh.
I think I heard shining.
Yes, shining.
Multicolored?
Multicolored, yeah.
Kaz thinks he knows what this might be. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, Saoirse's walking up to the front on the second level, like the big front window, and she's just gonna look out and around and up.
Yeah. Should be able to see it on your maps there. Or on stream.
Speaking of stream, I thought about asking listener to exhale into the tanks, but I don't know if he breathes. So.
He very patiently reprocesses carbon dioxide, but I don't think he's sufficient to maintain oxygen levels in the ship.
Yeah, but it was considered.
If you just stuffed the place full of Ogham, maybe then you'd be getting somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we tried.
We're good.
Yeah.
You
A
are.
little stale, but air is air.
Okay, Church sticking his face right in that front window and looking up. Does that look like a domed ceiling?
Yes, but not the one you're hoping for. You have not quite made it out that far.
That's a long trip.
Yeah, that's almost a longer trip.
And that dome ceiling is obsidian colored.
Yeah. So you do see a dome, though. Ahead of you, to the front there, you see a very, very ancient, very large stone staircase. And I know it only shows the one portion, and it's surrounded by rubble. But it actually goes up and then breaks right and then starts kind of spiraling around. It appears to be some type of stained glass way up there, maybe, or crystal or something.
Could this be the halls of black fire?
Who can say?
Very excited.
But you're in the open air right now.
Yeah. Okay, Kaz is gonna run over to the intercom. Guys, this could be either very, very good or very, 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 very bad. If this is what I think it is, there could be a lot of riches here, but also a lot of bad, undead, void crap.
Story of our lives at this point, so.
Yeah. Void crap. That's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run upstairs and just like, sorry to rush off there, Wilhelm, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to make a plan at some point, and yeah, I should really see what these incandescent lights are about. So I'm just gonna go over here and then shield my eyes a bit, I guess.
Mhm.
Like, what's
All right.
going on?
Yeah, it's not that bright. I mean, you've been down here for a while, so it's a little bit obviously, but yeah. You see,
And
like I
Cat-
said.
Can Cat tell how far down we are?
It's still pretty deep. If you remember, like, you didn't actually drop that far down to begin with. It just seemed deeper, probably because it was a cavern. But yeah, still pretty decent, pretty deep.
Like 3 miles deep?
Well, it's possible. It's hard to say from where you're at. This does go up a ways, though, and you're not even sure that sunlight you're seeing.
Yeah.
Right where we are in these hexes underneath the stained glass, what's the water level looking like? If listener can tell at all. Have we come out of it entirely and are walking on land?
The oh my god, little gremlins. Sorry, what was your question again?
That's okay, that's okay. In the hexes that we're entering now, the ones directly underneath the stained glass,
Yeah.
are we out of the water? What's the water level?
No, you are completely out of the water right now.
Okay. In that case, listener's going to take it one more hex in and then bring it to a stop.
All right, that's fine. You can go ahead and just move it. Save time. But yeah, you are completely out of the water. You've crawled this thing up onto land. The stairwell, like I said, goes up and then cuts right and just kind of spirals around. It goes for a long way up. There is just ruin and rubble all around you. Giant, hewn stone bricks and the like.
Well, before we even consider leaving the ship, I think we better figure out a way to refill the air tanks.
That's a good point.
And maybe we
Listener,
could take a break and like sleep for a minute too, since we're like finally out of the void waters, and
we have
And
been
that way
on
we're
an-
fresh to face whatever's out there. Like,
And be able to sleep without being drugged, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I am exhausted.
I believe the system, as explained to listener by the dead engineer, if you're in an open air environment, you basically just have to repressurize the tanks, which you can do by running the boiler and engaging the little pump motor for the tanks.
All right. Well, let's get that done.
All right.
Might be better to let it cool off, which is what listener's going to head downstairs and start setting in motion.
Yeah.
Because we've taken some damage to these boilers, and it'd be better to let them come to a rest and examine them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So the ship has come to a rest. You're able to kind of facilitate some minor repairs, whatever your skill levels will allow. Of course, you want to work out how to refill your tanks. And then decide where you're going to go from here. If you're going to get out of the Orti and follow these stairs, or get back into the Orti and continue down that branch that you missed. It's entirely up to you guys.
Oh, we're totally checking this place out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, in that
Yeah,
case,
why would we go back to the lava and explore that?
well, no, there was a passage.
There's
There,
another branch.
there's a branch you passed
Oh.
after that.
Okay, I didn't.
There's
see that,
another
sorry.
way we can go without having to cross the lava again, which listener would not be too thrilled about.
Yeah, not
I
that you have
wasn't-
to.
I wasn't up there the entire
Magma.
time. Still,
Magma.
I didn't see that part. I only had the Ortiz map open when I was at the helm, so I may have missed it.
Yeah. So, I will say, with that in mind, though, let's go ahead and call it here. This seems like a good break point.
Yes.
Yeah, I would add that I'm gonna try to get some sleep if I can while
No,
all this is going on. 'Cause
I'll
I'm
let
not
you
gonna be
guys-
any help.
I'll let you guys take a full day to facilitate repairs and get a long rest.
Yay!
That's fine. The
Let me
Ortiz.
put a little bookmark in to say, listener does go and talk to Wilhelm. I would love to open with a scene like that next time.
That definitely works. So you guys cast off your anchor so that the thing won't move.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here, and we'll pick back up in 2 weeks' time with the world of Cairne.
Okay. Uki's going to also go to get a rest since we're at a standstill.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody can get their long rest in, definitely. No problem there. Full day, so you're good.
Nice.
But yeah, want to thank everybody for joining us. Those that did, those that didn't, I'm sure you will. We look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Next week we're back to Sigil Confidential, and next Friday I think we're back to the Jewel of Yavin for some good old murder hobo heisting.
To explore all of this fresh territory off the rails.
Oh yeah, I know. I think we have a new Monday night game coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. This is going to be interesting and fun. But yeah, thank you once again from all of us here at Homebrew RP. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.